Star player Mohamed Salah has taken to social media to escalate his dispute with the Egyptian Football Association over image rights. The Liverpool striker has accused the federation of failing to provide him with adequate security and protection, casting doubts over his availability for Pharaoh's upcoming Africa Cup of Nations match next week. CGTN's Adil Mahroui has more.
During the 2018 FIFA World Cup in Russia, the Egyptian Football Association allowed guests to stay among the national team players, bothering them day and night with taking photos. After the EFA held two events with Chechny's president, British media tormented Liverpool star Mohamed Salah. To avoid such mismanagement in the future, Salah's agent contacted the EFA president Hani Abu Reida, asking him for guarantees.
I've been playing abroad for some time. I've never seen a player who gets fans knocking on his room to take pictures late at night. I'm not being a snob, I'm a player who shares a room with another player. It's tiring. There are demands people abroad provide to me without asking. My problem is not about negotiating these demands. My problem is that I don't get a response. My demands are for all players in the team, not just for Salah. It'll make us perform better.
In a harsh-worded letter, Salah's agent requested additional security from the time Mo arrives to Egypt till he leaves. He also asked the association to take his prior approval on VIP meetings, national team schedule and events, stating that Salah belongs to the EFA only during the match's main time. If the demands are not accepted, Salah's agent threatened they'd publicly ask the EFA board to resign. Furious at the tone of the communication, the EFA held a press conference to respond.
Mohamed Salah is an important player for our team. He's not the entire team, but the demands will be studied. Some can be provided to all players, not just Salah. Other demands are inappropriate and should not be requested. The last communication we received gave us until Monday afternoon to respond by accepting all these demands, even before confirming that he is coming or not. The association is very keen on the safety and well-being of its players.
Tension with Salah's agent grew to the extent that he threatened that Mo may not join the Pharaohs camp next week as they prepare for the 2019 African Cup of Nations qualifications match against Niger. Salah's lawyer has sent an official letter to the EFA withdrawing the agent's email, the main source behind that tension. It seems that both Salah and the EFA are willing to talk for the sake of Egypt's 2019 African Cup of Nations bid. Adil Mahroui, CGTN, Cairo.
Let's get you more now on that story. I'm joined live from Cairo by CGTN's Adil Mahroui. Adil, this has been going on for a while now. Is there any sign that it will come to an end soon?
Well, according to the EFA's statement, the spokesman released a statement today, and he confirmed that all the concerns that Salah has mentioned during the World Cup camp in Chechnya when Egypt went for the first time in the World Cup in 28 years, and this is the main derivative for Salah to file these series of complaints. The EFA said that an investigation has happened and the EFA has already been working on a solution to avoid all the mismanagement that has taken place, to the extent that some of which, like the incident where celebrities stayed at the hotel of the players, taking pictures with them up until very late at night. This has all alarmed and was a big scandal here in Egypt. So since then, the EFA said that it will look into the issue and it will resolve all these issues in the coming camps so that no disturbances would happen to the players in general. And when it came to Salah's personal demands, the EFA insisted that it will not by any means give privilege to Salah than the other players. It can only provide security to all players. His demands of having private or security escorts from the airport and to the airport and while he moves has been rejected. So the FA is taking a very firm stance this time, and it doesn't seem that it is willing to take a step back, especially after Salah's agent email, the one I've mentioned in the previous package, was quite firm and in an attitude that the EFA doesn't want to be repeated, whether it's from Salah agent or from any other player who plays for any international Egyptian who plays in Europe or any other country.
So then, do we know if Salah will actually be available for the Pharaohs when they play Niger in the AFCON qualifiers next week?
So we don't have a confirmation, rejection or denial that Salah will be part of the Egyptian national team in one of the most important matches, because Egypt is currently at the bottom of its qualifying group for the African Cup of Nations 2019. So they do need the full team. Salah is definitely a key player. So he did not say that he's not coming. He has not also confirmed, or the FA has confirmed, that he will be part of the team yet. But during that dispute, Salah's agent said that the FA has requested his presence in the camp 4 days late than the usual. Usually, according to Liverpool regulations, it needs 2 weeks from national EFAs to request players that play in Liverpool in general. But the EFA has taken a direct line of conversation and approached Liverpool directly. It gave them excuse that the reason of the delay was hiring a new Egyptian coach for the Egyptian national team, and Liverpool did not show any reservations about sending Salah. So it seems it might be more of a Salah manager issue. Is he coming or not? We're still waiting for an official confirmation.
And Adel, there was also the matter of the Egyptian FA using Salah's images for marketing campaigns without his consent. Was that resolved?
Well, first of all, when it happened back before the World Cup, immediately the president himself of the country intervened, guaranteeing Salah all his commercial rights. But what has been taken on so far? Is there any additional procedures? Nothing has been announced. Also, at the same time, there has been no commercial use of the Egyptian national team after the World Cup. So there hasn't been any incident to test actually if the EFA has changed its tactics or not. But at the same time, when Salah's agent during this dispute asked that the EFA has only right for Salah during the 90 minutes or the main time of the matches, no minute before or no minute after, the FA has strictly rejected these claims, claiming its FIFA given commercial rights to all its players within the limits that would guarantee Salah his personal rights, but at the same time give the EFA the commercial rights that from the revenues of which the EFA pays and sustains not just the Egyptian national team, but the entire football system. So there is a play and take or a cat and mouse game that is still ongoing. But as I said earlier, the EFA doesn't seem so far willing to give any of its FIFA given rights when it comes to Salah or any other player.
All right, Adel, thank you very much for joining us. Adel Mahroui, live in Cairo.